Pisces, hello and welcome to your fall 2022 Shapeshift reading. We're looking at the shape you're shifting out of, the shape you're shifting into, and what that shapeshift looks and feels like. I'm Amanda of Unseen Hands Tarot. I'm your reader, and I do these shapeshift readings for all 12 signs of the zodiac for us to explore together in the shifting space every season. So this is an online community space for esoteric seekers and sleuths like yourself who are into tarot, astrology, and other divination tools and using them to illuminate and experience their shapeshifts, their changes, and ongoing evolutions as they unfold through the seasons. So if that sounds like you and this reading ends up resonating for you today and you would like to explore this shift in a supportive community, it's there for you. Okay, more on that after your reading. Today we are using the gorgeous new Goblins and Gardens tarot deck. I'm so excited to share this deck with you. So if you're into it, goblinsandgardens.com, that's where you go to learn more. All right, Pisces. What is Pisces shapeshift for the fall? Great. I mean, I just showed you this card casually. The Sun card, this feels really lovely because last season you were shifting out of molting. Okay, we also got the Four of Coins. And let's see, maybe one more. It's like, are you coming into beautiful, the light of day? Yeah, Six of Wands. What a completely different shapeshift than last season, and for that matter the last few seasons. Yeah, and maybe it has something to do with the Eight of Swords in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Like whatever you have had to shed, molt, rid yourself of, whatever like massive transformation that you've been going through in the last I don't know, few seasons. I think you're coming out of that. It's like you've done the mental gymnastics that you need to do to really find yourself in a new headspace. Just like as a completely new being is what it feels like to me, because you are shifting. I mean, this shapeshift to me doesn't really feel like you're shifting out of anything. It just is sort of acknowledging that you are now facing a new day. With the Sun card and the Six of Wands, there is something quite beautiful coming out of the difficult experiences that you have been processing for the last few seasons. Something very victorious with the Six of Wands. And that shapeshift is happening through the Four of Coins. So I'm wondering if you're starting to feel your foundation again. Starting to feel a sense of security, stability. Like your feet are finally on solid ground a bit. Let's look at this together. So the Dragon in the Sun card is perched, eating a very sweet and like hydrating fruit. There's something about the watermelon that feels like replenishment to me. And Pisces, if the last few readings in the last few seasons have resonated with you, then you are coming off of quite a trip. You may be coming off of quite a passage. And in the previous readings, I was using a lot of words like recovery and like healing. And so you may really find yourself recovered and ready to get back on your feet. And like sweet hydration is a big part of that. Like the watermelon offering you sort of rehydrating your tissues after such intense times, and you're starting to see the sun peeking on the horizon. This particular Sun card feels like the Three of Wands to me, if you're familiar with that card, which feels like looking towards the horizon, like you're suddenly looking forward to the future is what this feels like. And maybe you can even see glimpses of it beginning to peak on the horizon. And maybe that's because you're finding your footing again after such a strange few seasons. The Four of Coins talks about stability and security and establishing a firm root system, because asparagus, which is the plant that's pictured here, is not really edible for the first few seasons that you grow it. It has to establish a pretty strong root network. This is reminding me of the Aries reading a little bit this fall. So check that out if you feel so inclined. But the root system that has had to develop over this passage that you are now coming out of has taken some time to really set into the soil. And I think now you're starting to feel it. You know, I'm looking at these monkeys, and they've got quite a Gemini energy. It actually looks like a two-headed monkey to me. Two heads on the same being. So this is speaking to me of the Mars retrograde in Gemini this season. So like I've been asking almost every other sign, like where is Gemini in your chart? What house is it in? What planets or placements are there? How are they being affected by Mars retrograde? Because it's a big deal. It's a long transit. It's happening from the end of October into the new year for you. So this is like a vibe. It's a deep energy that you will be finding yourself in over the next, into the new year. So that's a big deal. It feels to me like I don't know, it feels really positive for you here, Pisces, because you're getting back on your feet and starting to look forward to the future again, starting to like bask in the light of day, whereas I think you've been in this sort of like nighttime moon passage. It's kind of interesting. I talked about the moon passage for Virgo and Libra also, maybe Scorpio as well, but I'm thinking specifically about Virgo because it's your opposite sign. Anyway, you're resurfacing here is what it feels like, Pisces, and starting to feel the warmth on your skin again, starting to feel like the sun is on your side. With the sun and the Six of Wands, there's so much beauty in the harshness of that Medusa energy. It's like, I don't know, that Gemini juxtaposition is definitely here in this particular version of this card. I mean, this card traditionally talks about victories and like, publicly celebrated victories. It talks about you blooming and blossoming and shining out in the world again. And maybe you're feeling a little bit like this, like, like gnarly Medusa energy coming out here and like blinking in the light of day after everything you've been through, but like you are there, that is where you are. And it's okay to bring some of that moon passage with you out into a more solar, shining, celebratory energy. But whatever this is, it feels like a really personal celebration, like a celebration of self, Pisces. But again, because you've established a strong root system and a strong base, like I'm specifically thinking about people that have Gemini in the 4th house here, like, yeah, baby. Which I guess would mean Pisces rising, right? Yeah, Aries. Yeah. Interesting. I could really be talking to some Pisces rising folks. That's really sweet. Okay. Okay, so we have to get into this now because there's not much more I'm going to get from just this. I got to get some other decks going. So we've got the gorgeous Botanica Tarot to help us out and flesh out this garden a little bit more. We've got the Hieronymus Bosch to give us a couple more goblins to play with. So yeah, if you're into this reading and it's resonating for you so far and you want to view the full reading and dive deeper with us in this fall shift, the shifting space is where you go. Click the link in the description below. You can learn all about the shifting space and what is offered there. Essentially, it is a place for you to track this shift as it is unfolding and as you're experiencing it over the course of the fall season. We have a midpoint check-in, we have an end point reflection, so you can kind of like let yourself predict how this shift is going to unfold and then check it as you go along. Link up with the synchronicities, you know, like pick up the clues along the way and sort of string them together as you go. And looking back, you'll see the full picture after you experience the falls, whatever the fall season has for you here. So if this sounds like something that you would benefit from and you want to go deeper, the shifting space, we cannot wait to see you there.